Okay guys, so good morning. So yun nga, tulad ng nasabi ko sa inyo is we will have a face-to-face discussion on the conservation of energy, principle of principle of power and energy, work power and energy, conservation of energy, and of course yung kasunod nun, which is the concept of momentum naman, impulse and momentum, linear momentum. Okay, linear momentum. Yun i-discuss ko for the face-to-face. However guys, since hindi na natin siya maaabot by sa pagpa-plot ko ng schedule natin, ina-assume ko or ina-anticipate ko na hindi na natin siya maaabot i-discuss on face-to-face. So therefore, I will send this or I will make a video regarding the last two topics, which is the impulse and momentum, regarding the impact, and the impulse and momentum, which is the angular angular momentum naman. Guys, the reason why we are going to discuss these topics is because baka lumabas kasi siya sa CFE. And by the way guys, pag ganun naman is most of the time is fundamental concept, especially dito sa latter topics. So ayun, at least ma-discuss ko lang sa inyo yung fundamental topics kung paano ba mag-solve ng impulse and momentum. Okay, so yun, kaya yun ang reason bakit kailangan natin siyang ihabol i-discuss, and I hope na mapanood nyo yun and and then maintindihan nyo siya. So itong impact guys is basically the applications of linear momentum lang. Okay? And meron pa tayong angular momentum which will be discussed later. So by the time na napanood nyo to, I assume na na-discuss na natin yung linear momentum face-to-face. Okay? So yun lang, and then yun, impulse and momentum impact. Okay? So, the lesson objectives is learning targets. Ang learning targets natin, by the end of the module, you will be able to differentiate the elastic and plastic impact, explain restitution, its effect on the particle, and solve motion-related problems, okay, using the concept of impact. Okay, so yun, bago tayo mag-discuss ng sample problems, of course, we are going to dive deeper muna sa concept. Okay, so yun, kung mapapansin nyo yung picture na to, okay, mapapansin nyo yung picture na to, ano ba yung nakikita nyo dyan? Okay? Ano yun? So, mapapansin nyo, okay, ayun, yun yung concept ng impact. Ibig sabihin, if you have two objects colliding with each other, okay, yung isa influence ng force, di ba nga, by the principle of Newton's second law, okay, by the principle of Newton's second law, the object will stay at rest unless there's an unbalanced force acting on it, representing the force is equal to mass times the acceleration. Ibig sabihin, we have two objects here. First one is yung bola, the second one is yung bat. Okay? And then, guys, ang principle pa na i-apply natin dito is the law of conservation of energy. Ibig sabihin, yung force na ina-apply mo sa bat is matatransfer siya dito sa bola natin. So, mapapansin mo, at this point, andyan yung point of contact nila. Okay, pagka pinalo ng, ano ba tawag dito? Pag pinalo ng baseball bat, yung bola, okay, merong certain force na mag-a-act dyan. Okay, and ano yung nag-i-induce dun sa may force na yun? I mean, ano yung energy na transfer niya? Diba pagka sinwing niya yung bat niya, that's a form of kinetic energy. Tama? And then, yung energy na yun is matatransfer niya dun sa bola in a form of force naman. So, same with this one. Okay? Yung boxing, ito yung point of contact niya or yung area of contact niya, may force na ina-apply dyan yan. Kaya ka naka-generate ng force, okay? Kaya ka naka-generate ng force is because, merong certain velocity, okay? Yung kamao mo. And then ang mangyayari doon, mag-generate ka ngayon ng kinetic energy. When you are going to generate the kinetic energy, it is simply because of the motion nga, di ba? Ibig sabihin, yun yung energy na napoproduce mo by exerting or by inducing velocity with a given mass. Kaya ka nakakapag-induce ng kinetic energy. So, ibig sabihin, yung energy na yun is matatransfer mo from kamao doon sa punching bag. And ito ngayon yung area of contact nila. Yan ngayon yung nakaka-experience ng impact. At that point, doon natatransfer yung energy sa ibang object. So, ganun lang naman yun. Okay? So, basically, Kasi simplihin na lang natin yung concept na to kasi mag-arrive din naman tayo with the same formula, and then yun na lang siguro yung kailangan ko i-elaborate paano ba siya ina-analyze. Okay? So for the introduction, the impact occurs when two bodies collide. Ayun na naman yung adds natin. Okay? When two bodies collide with each other during a short period of time, causing relatively large impulsive forces to be exerted between the bodies in general. So there are two types of impact. Una is the central impact and the oblique impact. Mamaya ma-discuss natin yung differences nila, but almost the same approach lang naman din yung ginagawa. Okay, mamaya malalaman nyo kung ano lang yung pagkakaiba nila. Okay, ito yun. Ayun na pala, sinasasabihin na pala dito. Okay, for central impact, guys, basically, ano yung napapansin nyo dyan? For central impact, kung mapansin nyo, for central impact, yung lines of action ng mga velocity vectors natin is the same, di ba? Ibig sabihin, this is your ball A, this is your ball B. Okay? And then ngayon, magko-collide sila, magkakaroon sila ng collision at this point, ayun yung point of contact nila after the impact. Okay? Ang denotion lang dyan is basically, they lie at the same line of action right before pa sila magtama. For oblique impact naman, simply, bago sila magtama, okay, yung direction ng force vector nila is nanggagaling at different directions at a certain angle from the reference axis. Ibig sabihin, bago pa man magtama yan, naka-incline na yung force mo dyan, or dito. Tama. Ibig sabihin lang yan, pwede din naman yung bola mo, andito, at yung reference axis natin. Okay, andito yung, pa ganyan, and then, papunta naman doon, before sila magtama dito, okay, this is the position 2 for example. Okay, bago sila magtama dito, okay, ayan din sila, this is A, this is B, okay. This is A pa rin naman. Pinakita ko lang yung movement niya, and this is your B, and then B. Okay, ibig sabihin lang nun, bago pa sila magtama, at a certain angle, directed yung kanilang mga force, yung kanilang mga velocity. Okay? So, yun lang naman yung general differences for oblique and a central impact. Okay? Central impact occurs when the direction of motion of the mass centers of the two colliding particles is along a line passing through the mass centers of the particles. This line is called the line of impact. O, ibig sabihin, yung line of impact nila, ito pala yun, okay? Yung line of impact nila, naglalay doon yung velocities ng dalawang object natin. Okay? Then, yun is for the central impact. Okay, central impact occurs. Okay? Central impact, ayun. Okay, na doble lang. And okay, for central impact, imagine two particles. Sabi dyan, imagine two particles. This is your A, and this is your B. Okay. Again, this is your A, and then this is your B. Okay? Imagine two particles moving towards each other. Tingnan nyo mabuti Sinabi dito sa consideration natin that yung velocity A is moving with a larger value of velocity than B. Ibig sabihin, tingin nyo mangyayari? Kung mas mabilis to, kumpara dito. Ibig sabihin, at a certain point in time, magtatama yung dalawa na yan. Okay? So, before impact, ayan yung itsura nila. Okay? Kasi nga, halimbawa, this is sabihin na natin 10 meter per second, and this is 35 meter per second. Mas mabilis. Ibig sabihin, at a certain point, mababangga ngayon yung dalawa na yan. Magkakaroon to ng point of contact dyan. Okay? Okay. So, ganun lang naman yung natin. And then, ibig sabihin, that's before the impact. After the impact, guys, tignan nyo mabuti. So, as the collision occurs, ayan, ibig sabihin, magtatama na. The particles pressed against each other. Okay, ibig sabihin kapag nagtama na A and B, although different directions sila, same direction sila ng velocity natin, magre-react kasi sila sa point of contact, especially yung B. Okay? Magde-deform sila at a certain point of contact na like that. Okay, this period of deformation is marked by the equal but opposite impulse P dt acting on each other, squeezing them together. Eventually, the particles reach a point maximum deformation where they momentarily move at the same velocity. Ibig sabihin nun, kapag nagtama sila dito, okay, yun, during the impact, magkakaroon sila ng deformation. At during that deformation phase nila, magkakaroon sila ng same velocity. Imagine yung yung dalawang bola sa bilyar natin, okay? Hindi mo na siya napapansin because a little instant lang yung nakikita natin, okay? Pero kapag nagkaroon ng collision yung dalawa na yun at a certain point in time, magkakaroon sila or gagalaw sila at the same velocity, okay? That's during the impact. Ngayon naman guys, however, the collision doesn't end there. Ibig sabihin, hindi doon nag-e-end yung collision natin doon. After reaching the maximum deformation, okay? And again nga, kapag ka meron dalawang bola na nagtama at na-reach na nila yung maximum deformation, dadating yung time na magba-bounce out sila doon. Okay? Ibig sabihin, tatalbog na yung bola. Maghihiwalay na sila. The particles begin to push away each other, entering a phase called the period of restitution. Okay? During this phase, the particles try to return to the original shape. And since rigid naman yung dynamics of rigid bodies pinag-uusapan natin, basically yung mga bodies na kino-consider natin dito is dinidisregard na natin or negligible na yung deformation. Ang in-observe natin is the movement or the motion of the particle. Okay? The equal but opposite restitution impulse RDT pushes the particle apart from one another. Okay, ibig sabihin itutulak daw palayo ng after the collision, magsasalpukan yung dalawa, ay enter ng period of restitution, which is ang concept lang by the way is itutulak ng isa't isa yung sarili nila palayo. Okay, kaya kung mapapansin nyo kapag ka nagbibilyar kayo, alam niyo yung nag-i-stop ball. Kapag ka, I'm not familiar with the term kasi hindi naman ako nagbibilyar, but kapag ka yung white na bola, basta pato, yung pato mo, if na-hit na yung ball na tina-target mo, kung mapapansin mo, yung ball na, halimbawa, the 8 ball, okay? Ngayon, yung white na bola, tingnan natin ngayon, yung white na bola, halimbawa, this is white, hindi natin napakita yung kasi blue, and then this is your, halimbawa, ito yung pato mo, sabihin na natin pato, okay? Di ba ang nangyayari dyan? After nyo lang ma-hit yung isa't isa, lalayo ito ngayon. Okay, lalayo ito ngayon. Although ito, kung hindi naman ganun kalakas, hindi yan mag-stop ball, di ba? Gagalaw din yan at a certain velocity same to that place. Pero mas mabilis ito ngayon. Okay? Ganun lang yung concept ng impact natin. And then guys, ayan, in reality, the physical properties of two bodies are such that the deformation impulse will always be greater than that of restitution. Okay? Ibig sabihin daw natin, the deformation impulse will always be greater than that of restitution. Okay? Ibig sabihin, yung impulse natin before the impact, mas mabilis yung ball A, di ba? Ito yung kinonsider natin as mas mabilis to rather than this one. Tama. Ibig sabihin, pagka after the impact naman, yung particle B is mas magiging mabilis siya kumpara sa particle A. Kasi nga, yung energy na to is magta-transfer dun sa B. Di ba nga, principle of conservation of energy, hindi naman magdi-dissipate yung energy. Yung energy from one object to another is mata-transfer lang. Okay? Kaya nga conservation of energy, hindi nawawala yung energy natin, nagta-transfer lang. Okay? And then for the central impact, and by the way guys, let me reiterate this one kasi mahalaga yung vector, ito lang na may formula na kailangan natin sundin to be honest. Ayan lang naman, okay? Which is the sum of the impulse. Okay, di ba ang MB natin is a linear impulse. O yun yung may di-discuss natin later. However, bakit ko gustong i-reiterate ito such that such that mabigyan kayo ng other ideas pa, additional ideas pa on how to, additional ideas pa para mas accurate yung mapag-solve natin. Kasi mahalaga dito yung direction nga. Kung titingnan nyo mabuti, ito is along the same direction. Tama? Along the same direction. Ibig sabihin lang na to, okay, assuming na linear yung impact natin, ibig sabihin, okay, tingnan mo mabuti. How about naman if ito yung ayan yung plane, and then papunta dito, and then papunta dun sa kabila. By the way guys, if ito yung A, ito yung B, ang ituturing natin dito, this will be your mass A, okay? This will be your mass B, okay? Hindi nagbabago yan. Yung mass natin is constant. Magtama o hindi, ma-deform o hindi, siya pa rin yun. Okay? Yung mass mo is the same all throughout the all throughout the process of impact. Ibig sabihin, bago sila magtama, kung ano yung mass ng A at mass ng B, siya na yun, hindi siya magbabago. Ang magbabago sa kanila is yung velocity. Kasi, before the impact, meron tong velocity. Sabihin natin, this is VA1. Okay? And then, for the other one, this will be VA2. Okay? Ngayon naman, after the impact, so sabihin natin na during, o ito, nagtama na yung dalawa. Okay, di ba nagtama na yung dalawa? At this point nga, magsisame sila ng velocity. Pero kasi, after this one, mag-undergo ng restitution yung object mo. Ang tendency nun, magsasalpukan sila, itutulak nila yung isa't isa with each other. Ibig sabihin, pagka nagtulak yan, ayan na ngayon yun. This is your A, this is your B. And again, yung mass mo is hindi sila magbabago all throughout the process of impact. Okay? And then, ayan pa rin yung mass mo. At the tendency, since maglalayo sila, pag nagsalpukan, ganyan na yan. Okay? And this will be your, sorry. Burahin natin to. Okay? Okay? Sorry. This is not MBA. Okay? This is this is VB1. Initial velocity ng ball A at initial velocity ng ball 1 bago sila magtama. After nun, nagtatama sila. So, this is before. This is before. This is during. And this is after. Okay? Okay. Ngayon guys, hindi na same velocity yan. Okay? Kasi nga, kahit papano, okay, kapag nagtama yung dalawa na yan, hindi, ano tawag dito? By principle of conservation of energy, matatransfer yung energy ng one ball to another depende sa velocity niya. Okay? Ngayon, kung hindi magdi-dissipate yung energy natin, ibig sabihin, hindi magiging equal yung VA, yung initial velocity natin ng A, tsaka initial velocity natin ng B. Sa final velocity ng A, tsaka sa final velocity ng B. Ibig sabihin lang nun, halimbawa, mas mabilis to. Okay, ibig sabihin mas mabilis tong A kaysa sa B. Ang tendency lang nun, pagka nagsalpukan sila, mas maitutulak niya palayo ito. Resulting na mas after the collision, mas mabilis na si ball B kaysa kay A. Okay, kasi nga siya yung mas malakas, siya yung mas mabilis, siya yung mas malakas, na itatransfer niya ngayon yung energy niya dun sa may ball B. Okay, and then pagka ganyan, ang ano lang naman yan, this will be your VA2 and this will be your VB2. Bakit ko gusto guys? Okay. Bakit ko ba gusto na ipakita sa inyong mabuti? Okay. Kung ano yung importance nung sign. Gusto ko kasi itong i-reiterate, okay? Para mas maganda siya intindihin, siguro mass ng A, gawin ko to as positive or negative velocity, initial velocity. Okay, gawin natin 1 yung initial velocity ng A, okay, plus mass ng B. By the way guys, yung mass is a constant and yung mass natin is a what? Scalar quantity. Ibig sabihin, it is absolute, always positive. Okay? Magkakaroon lang yan or magiging ano lang yan, ano tawag dito? Yung direction niyan is madidefine lang by the direction of the velocity. Okay? So, impulse is a vector. Okay? At ang vector factor niya dito, kaya siya naging vector, is the velocity. Okay? So, MB, again, constant yan. Kaya nakaano lang tayo lagi, positive MB. And then, positive or negative VB1. And then, equal to MA multiplied by positive or negative VA2 plus MB positive or negative VB2. So, ayan lang. Ibig sabihin, ito ngayon yung gusto kong tandaan yung mabuti. Bakit? Okay, i-discuss natin bakit ganyan yung pinormula ko. Kasi guys, isa lang naman magiging pagkakamali nyo dito is the analysis of the directions. Yun lang naman. Okay? That's for central impact. Ngayon guys, to obtain the second equation necessary, ito siguro i-skip ko na to and then magja-jump in tayo sa coefficient of restitution. Okay? The ratio of the restitution impulse to the deformation impulse is called the coefficient of restitution, which is denoted by the symbol E. Okay? From the above equations, this value of particle A and B, A is, or escape ko na ulit to, tingnan nyo na lang ito. Okay? And then, guys, this will be your equation for coefficient of restitution. Okay? And uulitin ko guys that kailangan i-follow natin ngayon yung sign, depende dun sa sign conventions na kino-consider natin. Now guys, if this is your E, pwede ko bang sabihin that this will be positive or negative VB2 minus, and by the way guys, ito hindi mababago yan, minus lang lagi yan, okay? Minus positive or negative VA2 over the positive or negative VA1 minus positive or negative VB1. Okay? Kaya ako nilalagay ito guys kasi para meron pa rin nalilito sa mga sign, at least hindi nyo kakapisaduhin. Okay? Na as is yung problem. Kasi baka mamaya gawin yung absolute lahat, mamali kayo dyan. Okay? And then, for the oblique impact, simply, same lang sila ng approach. However, guys, magkakaroon dito ng directed ngayon yung force mo at a certain angles. And by the way, guys, yung angle 1 mo, okay, yung, halimbawa, yung theta 1. Yung theta 1 mo is not equal to theta 2. Ibig sabihin, kapag tumama ka at a certain angle dito, nakadepende ngayon yung lakas mo doon, nakadepende ngayon yung angle kung saan ka tuturit, depende kung gaano kalakas yung yung the other object na tatama sa'yo. Nagkakaintindihan? Okay? And then the phi, okay, the phi is phi1 is not the same, is not equal to phi2. Okay? Ibig sabihin lang noon kapag yung direction, baka kasi isipin nyo, sir, di ba, pag tama naman sila dito, ang tendency lang yan is kung ano angle na to, siya rin magiging angle mo dito. No, hindi ganun guys. Kasi magkaiba ng lakas lagi yan, magkaiba ng velocity. Isipin mo na lang, nagbibilyar ka nga. Okay, nagbibilyar ka nga. Di ba, kaya ano tawag dito, nakadepende sa lakas ng nakadepende sa lakas ng pagtira mo dun sa bola kung saan yung direction na gusto mong puntahan. Yung mga magigilas pag bilyar dyan, talagang tansyado kung gaano kalakas yung hit lang nila sa pato. Para pag tinamaan nila yung target nilang bola is kontrolado nila kung saan pupunta. Ganun lang din yun. Okay? Kakaintindihan. So yun. And then by the way, ayun lang. Ayun, in-explain naman na natin to. Yun nga. And then by the way, yung VA1 natin tsaka VA2 is parang sa linear impact lang, which is, or central impact lang, which is, magkaiba pa rin sila. Okay? Kasi nga, before the impact, magkaiba sila ng velocity. After undergoing restitution, matatransfer yung energy from one object to another. And then, after the impact, mag-undergo ng concept of restitution, maghihiwalay yung dalawa with the different velocities. So, yun lang. And then, let's take a look for this example. Okay? Okay, also inulit ko yung lang. Pero, yun. So, this is for the first problem. Kaya nakapag-record na ako, pero may napansin ako. Pero inulit ko na lang, guys. Ang napansin ko is eto. Mali yung nakalagay dun sa problem. 3 nakalagay. So, pakibago na lang yan. This is 10 FPS. Mag-base kayo dito sa may figure. Okay? So, direct central impact occurs between a 20-pound body moving with a velocity of 10 FPS. Kung pag tinignan natin yan, ito yun. Okay? Let's say that this is your Okay. Let's say that this is your ball A. Okay? This is your ball A. And then, the other one naman is, sinabi dyan that body moving in the opposite direction with velocity of 60 FPS. Ang sabi naman dito, for ball B, sabihin natin, gumagalaw siya initially with a 6 feet per second in the opposite direction sa ball A natin. So, if we're going to highlight this one, this is our ball B. Okay? This is our ball B. Okay? And then, this is before the impact. Yung nasa taas na yan. Before the impact is simply, ang dinedenote lang niya, di ba 20 pound yan? 20 pound yung mass natin dyan. And by the way, guys, before and after the impact, 20 pounds pa rin yan. Okay? Kasi ang mass is constant nga. Pero magkaiba sila ng initial velocity. Initially, yung VI natin dito, okay, for ball A, okay, pwede din natin siyang tawagin as VB, okay, VA1 equal to 10 FPS. Okay, para mas ano tayo. And then, ito naman, this is 30 pound. Again, constant yan, hindi yan magbabago. Ito naman guys, ang V2 natin is 6 FPS. Pwede naman natin itong tawagin as VB1 equal to 6 FPS. I think guys, much better if ito yung mga gagamitin natin. Okay, parang nade-denote nyo lang siya lagi. Okay, sundan nyo guys yung notation ko kung ano ba yung mga ginagamit ko, no? And then guys, after the impact, sinabi that yung ball A natin, after the collision, okay, tutumpit siya, susugak siya ng with the velocity. Okay, so kaya naka-prime yan, ibig sabihin after change, ibig sabihin tuturit siya ng 5 FPS. Okay, sabi 5 FPS. And by the way guys, opposite direction, considering rightward positive tayo dito, negative yan. And then ano ngayon yung hinahanap natin dito? By the way, we can call this as VA2 equal to negative 5 FPS. Okay? And then, for V, this is VB2 equal to, yan yung hinahanap natin. Okay? Nagkakaintindihan? Using the formula guys, using the formula na binigay sa atin kanina, di ba sinabi ko, okay, that we can use the formula MA positive or negative VA1, okay, plus MB multiplied by positive or negative VB1, okay, equal to MA positive or negative VA2 plus MB positive or negative VB2. And by the way guys, yung mass ng A dito is equals to mass ng A sa kabila, because mass is constant, scalar. Ibig sabihin, wala tong pakialam sa direction niya. Okay, basta ang mass natin is scalar, para sa free floating bodies. Okay, now guys, i-input lang natin basically kung ano ba yung mga kailangan natin gawin dito. Okay, ngayon kung gagawin natin yon, ano yung mass A natin? Ang mass natin ng A is simply 20. O ngayon, ganito gawin natin. Since unit of weight yan, yung mass natin, yung mass natin is basically equal to 20 over 32.2. Okay? Yung mass ng A natin yun, at yung mass ng B natin is equal to 30 over 32.2. I think mas better if i-mass na natin ganito para hindi na mahaba solve natin sa calculator. 20 divided 32.2 is equal to 0.621. 0.621 slugs yan. And then, 30 over 32.2 is simply 0.932. 0.932 slugs. The next thing we're going to do guys is of course, ipa-plug in na natin yon. Okay? MA by the way is always positive yan. Absolute ang mass kasi scalar quantity. And ang ko-consider lang natin na the direction is yung direction ng velocities natin. Okay? For MA natin is 0.621. Okay, tandaan nyo na yun. 0.621. Ngayon yung velocity ng VA1 natin. Kung mapansin nyo, ang VA1 natin is papunta sa kanan. Therefore, positive 10 yung gagamitin natin. So, kung gagalagay ko dito, so, consider ko pa, consider ko yung positive 10. How about guys, the MB? Ang MB natin is 0.932. Therefore, we can write this as 0.932 slugs. Okay? And then, ang VB1 natin is to the left. Tama. Ito yun. To the left yan. Papunta dun sa kaliwa yan. Opposite direction. Ayun sinasabi ko sa inyo guys na mahalaga na ma-identify nyo yung direction ng objects nyo. Ibig sabihin, we can say that this is negative 6. Tama. O, lipat tayo sa kabila. Uulitin natin. For mass ng A is 0.621. Ngayon, after undergoing the impact, ang tendency niyan, tuturit ngayon yung A mo papunta dun sa kabila. Di ba? Tuturit dun ngayon yan papunta sa kabila. At a certain point, maghihiwalay sila. Tama? Ibig sabihin yung A mo, kung ganun pala, is magne-negative. Ibig sabihin, ang sinabi dyan na ang ano natin, ay tulad na to, the VA2 mo is negative 5 FPS. Kaya sinabing negative 5 yan is because kina-counter na niya yung direction ng positive consideration natin. So, negative 5, okay? Plus yung MB natin, hindi naman yan mababago, which is 0.932. Okay, 0.932 multiplied by the velocity ng 2 natin, which is yung hinahanap. So, B2. Okay? Okay? Nagkakaintindihan. So, I think, isolve na natin siya. Okay, so 0.621, 10, positive 10, plus 0.932 multiplied by negative 6 equal to 0.621 multiplied by negative 5 plus 0.932 multiplied by the unknown, which is iset natin as x. So, lalabas dito guys na ang VB2 natin is equal to positive 3.99. Sabihin natin 4 FPS. Okay, ibig sabihin lang na to is yung VB2 natin is equal to 4 FPS to the right. Which is, nagme-make sense naman kasi after the restitution or after the impact, tuturit naman siya papunta dun sa kanan with the velocity of 4 FPS nga. Okay? So, yan ngayon yung answer natin for this or for the first problem. Okay? Okay. Yan. Okay guys, for the sample problem number 2, basically this is an oblique impact. Nakita nyo na agad. Okay, so, sorry. I-redraw ko lang to. Okay. And then, this is the initial velocity. Okay. Kapansin nyo, ang weight 1 natin. Okay. Ang weight 1 natin simply ay, ano tawag dito? Ang weight 1 natin simply is equal to 40 pound. Ang weight 2 naman natin is equal to 30 pound. Okay? Nagkakaintindihan ba? And then, by the way guys, okay, ang gawin natin na lang dito siguro is i-separate natin to. Okay? For ball weighing 40 pound, i-consider natin siguro that this is your ball, ball A. And the other one naman, for ball, okay, and the other one naman weighing 30 pound is simply your ball B. Okay, this is your ball. Wait lang. This is your ball B. Nagkakaintindihan? And again, this is the line of action nung natin. Okay, so this is 30 degrees. Okay, and then sabi dyan guys that your ball A mo is, ang tawag ito, is going to the right siya, going horizontally to the right with the initial velocity of 8 FPS. Ibig sabihin, your VA1 here, VA1 is equal to 8 FPS. Kung mapasin nyo, positive siya. Okay, kung mapasin nyo, positive siya. Therefore, positive yung i-consider natin mamaya sa summation. And then, for the VB2 naman, okay, makinig kayo mabuti. This is, ano tawag dito? This is V2 kasi ganyan yung denotion sa book. Pero guys, iniiba natin para mas madali siya maintindihan. Okay? And by the way guys, ano tawag ito? Kung makapansin nyo, directed yung vector unit niya or the vector velocity niya. Diba? Velocity sa unit of vector. Ibig sabihin, direction is important. Tingnan nyo, yung initial velocity ng ball 2 natin is 10 FPS acting on the horizontal. Okay? Nagkakaintindihan ba? So, ibig sabihin, yung kukunin muna natin, paano ngayon natin, ang pinapahanap sa atin is determine the velocity of 40-pound ball after the impact. And by the way guys, hindi tayo pwedeng magkaroon ng vector summation along the different axes. So, ano yung kailangan mong gawin? Ibig sabihin, kailangan mong kunin yung components na to. Okay? Ngayon, tatawagin ko to bilang VB1. Okay? VB1. And then ngayon, ang VB1x natin dito is simply, VB cosine of 30. Okay? O, nakakasunod ba? Ang VB1 natin, okay, is simply equal to 10. and then cosine of 30. Ilan ngayon yung VB1x natin? Ang VB1x natin is simply equal to 10 cosine of 30. We can get 5 square root of 3. So yun muna isulat ko, 5 square root ng 3. And then highlight ko to. Okay? And then for the next one, or for the other one, we have here the VBY. Ang VBY naman natin is VBY1 is simply equal to VB1 sine of 30. Tama? And then for your VB1 is simply equal to 10. Okay. 10 sine of 30 degrees. Ngayon, makukuha mo yung VB1 mo simply equal to 10 multiplied by sine of 30. You'll get 5. Okay? Or this is 5 FPS. Okay, FPS. Okay. By the way guys, yung mass natin is pwede nating i-leave as, yung weight natin is pwede nating i-leave as is. Maka-cancel out lang din kasi yung 32 point something na yan. Makukuha pa rin naman natin yung same magnitude natin dahil lahat naman din-divide natin sa 32.2 lahat ng mass. Tama? Ibig sabihin, maka-cancel out lang din natin yan kapag kumuha tayo ng mga values for VA and VB na velocities. Same lang din makukuha natin. So, hayaan na natin na ganito yan. Hayaan na natin na 40 pound yung natin. Hayaan natin na 40 pound to. And also, hayaan natin muna na 30 pound na lang yan. Assume na that was the mass as well. Okay? And sa ano na ngayon yung gagawin natin? Kung titingnan nyo, di ba sabi natin, bawal tayo magkaroon ng vector summation ng isang along the horizontal at isang inclined at certain angle. Ibig sabihin, pwede natin gamitin ito, yung MA, yung formula natin for impulse, okay, for impact. I-consider natin guys na muna pag ganyan, okay. Ibig sabihin, we can say that this is your di ba? Yung this is your VA, yung VA1 mo is simply equal to VAX1. Tama? And then yung VA2 mo is simply equal to VAX2. Okay, so hayaan na natin siyang ganyan. So, ang gawin natin, ganito na lang. MA multiplied, sige, lagyan na nga natin, positive or negative VAX, okay, 1 plus MB, okay, positive or negative VBX1, okay, equal to MA multiplied by positive or negative VBX and VA X2 plus MB multiplied by positive or negative VBX2. Ang hinahanap sa atin guys is determine the velocity of the 40-pound ball after the impact. Ibig sabihin, di ba nga, yung 40-pound ball na to, initially 8 FPS siya along the X. Ibig sabihin, pag tumama yung bola dyan, ano ngayon, yung velocity niya, pabalik doon. Kasi after the impact, tuturit nga sila on opposite direction. Ito guys, kapag ganyan, directed horizontally yung velocity niya, after the impact, assume nyo na straight vertically pa rin yan. However guys, for your 30-pound ball na directed at a certain angle, yung force, velocity vector niya, ang mangyayari dyan, tuturit naman siya papunta doon at a certain velocity angle dito. Okay? Kung ganun, ibig sabihin, di ba sinabi natin that your theta 1 is not equal to theta 2. Therefore, yung 30 degree mo is not equal to theta 2. Kaya ang hinahanap sa atin is determine the velocity. Ano to ngayon? The VB2. And then, ano ngayon tong VA2? And then, ano ngayon yung angle natin? Which is the theta 2, sorry. Ba't ba naka-phi ako? Okay. So, this is theta, sorry. This is theta 2. Okay? Theta 2. Tama? And then, ayun na. So, unahin muna natin yung VA. I think gagawa tayo ng equations dyan. Kasi, kung titingnan mo mabuti, ang dami nating unknowns. Tama? Kasi itong VB2 na to is masiseparate into dalawa pa yan. Tama? The VB2Y and then the VB2X. Tama? So, kung ganun pala, ibig sabihin, ang dami nating magiging unknowns. Tama? Ngayon, ganito. For your mass, hindi yan mababago. Gawin natin for mass ng A mo is simply 40. Okay? At yung initial velocity niya, which is the VA1 mo, is equal to 8 FPS. Kasi wala tong Y component dahil along ano ka lang. Tama? Ibig sabihin, equal na rin yung velocity ng initial velocity ng ball A mo sa initial velocity niya along the X. Okay, I hope that's clear. So, ibig sabihin, this is positive 8. Okay? Plus yung MB natin, simply 30 pounds. Okay? And then guys, ang ano naman niya, ang initial velocity naman niya is eto. However, papunta doon sa left. Ibig sabihin, minus 5 square root ng 3. Okay? Equal to mass ng A natin, which is still 40, multiplied by BAX2. Ibig sabihin, since papunta na sa left yan, eto, BA2 na yan is equal to VAX2 din, di ba? O sabihin na lang natin, this is your VAX2. Tama? Plus, again, this is 30. Ano naman to ngayon? This is simply equal to VBX2. VBX2. Okay? Kung ganun pala, we can simplify the equation. Okay? Pagka sinimplify mo yan, 40 multiplied by 8 plus 30 multiplied by negative 5 multiplied by the square root of 3. Simple palabas dyan is 60.192. 60.192. Okay? Is equal to negative 40. Okay? VAX2 plus 30 VBX2. So, ibig sabihin, ito na yung equation 1 natin. Now, guys, what I want you to do is, ano po yan? Eh, di siyempre, sir, wala na tayong ibang pagkukunan. Kung titingnan nyo, meron tayong given na coefficient of restitution dito. Magagamit ba natin siya? Oo. Okay, remember guys, that the formula for the coefficient of restitution, okay, is E. Pwede pa natin pagkunan ng, ano yun? Pwede natin pagkunan ng equation yun. Okay, is E equal to, ano? Positive or negative VB2. O, sabihin natin, this is X minus positive or negative VA2 X, and then positive or negative VA1 X minus positive or negative VB1 X. And then, ang coefficient of restitution natin is equal to 0.6. Ayan, may taho na naman. May nagsabi sa akin, sir, yung video mo may taho. Paano gusto mabuhali natin siya maghanap buhay? Ano ka? Okay, so, wag ganun. Okay, so, ibig sabihin, pwede ko bang i-plug in to that this is your 0.6. Tama. Ngayon guys, basically, yung VBX mo is still unknown. Therefore, we can say that this is VBX2. Tama. Minus the VAX2. And then guys, yung VA1X mo is simply, di ba, ang VA1X mo, siya rin yung VA1 natin. And by the way, ang velocity ng VA1 natin is 8 FPS. Sabihin, positive 8, okay? Minus, ano ngayon yung VB1X mo? Ang VB1X mo is simply ito, which is papunta pa rin sa left, kaya ima-minus natin yun yan. Minus 5 square root ng 3. If you're going to simplify that, i-multiply mo lang both sides, okay? I-multiply mo lang both sides. Ay, sorry. Multiply mo lang both sides with that, ano? So, ibig sabihin, sorry. This is 8 minus negative 5 square root ng 3. Okay? And then, cancel out yan. And then, multiply mo rin tong other one ng 8 minus 5 square root ng 3. Okay? Ngayon, pag multiply mo yan, 8. Okay, ganun yan Okay. Okay. Ibig sabihin lang yan, negative 8 multiplied by negative 5 square root ng 3. Ibig sabihin that will be, wait lang. that will be, 8 minus 5, minus 5 square root ng 3, okay? Quantity multiplied by 6. Basically, ang lalabas dito is 0.6 pala yun, 0.6. Okay. 9.996. So, ang mangyari dito is 9.996 equal to VBX2 minus the VAX2. And then, guys, this will be your equation number 2. Ngayon, ang gagawin natin dito, okay, is plug in, is represent the value. Okay, plug in natin yung equation 2 to equation 1. Paano? Okay? Okay, so ibig sabihin, pwede ko bang i-represent yung equation 2 mo? Okay, ganito rin yun. Equation 2 mo in terms of BBX na lang siguro. Okay? Ibig sabihin, pwede ko ba siyang i-represent as VBX2 is equal to negative VAX2. Okay? Minus 9.996. Okay? Ito ngayon yung equation 2 natin. Yung bagong form na equation 2 natin. Ngayon guys, plug equation 2 to equation 1. Ang mangyayari dito is 60. O diba equation 1 natin? From equation 1, 60.192 equal to negative 40. Ano yung VAX2 natin? O unknown yun. So, VAX2 minus, wait lang, plus 30. Ano ba yung VBX? Ito ngayon yung plug in natin. For VBX, ito ngayon yan. Tama. O, for plugging in the equation, multiplied by VBX natin, which is negative VAX2 minus 9.996. Makukuha na ba natin yan? Makukuha na ba natin siya? So, let's see. 60.192 equals negative 40. X plus 30 multiplied by negative X minus 9.996. Ang lilitaw sa atin, teka lang, 60.192. Okay, 60.192. Okay. Sorry, this is positive na pala. Okay. So, this is positive na pala. Okay, let's say. Teka lang. Kasi pagka nilipat natin, okay, teka lang pala, meron pala tayo na mali, buburahin ko muna ito, no? Pero same lang naman. Ang problema guys is meron ako hindi na i-consider. Ayun yung problema, okay? Meron ako hindi na i-consider. Ano yun? Yung direction ng VAX2. Ngayon kung mapansin nyo, di ba nga ang VAX2 natin is the velocity of the ball B after the collision. Kung mapansin nyo, yung VA, eto na yun, dinenote ko as ganyan yung direction niya, tama? Ngayon, hindi ko siya na-consider dun sa principle of restitution natin. It should be, guys, it should be, wait lang, it should be negative VA2X. Okay, so para magka-positive siya. Ang tendency, ang mangyayari ngayon dito is magka-positive to. So, ibig sabihin, VBX plus VB, is, ayun yung equation natin, i-simplify ko lang ulit. Yun lang naman namali, okay? Okay. I-simplify na lang natin, okay, represent natin in terms of BBX2. Ang mangyayari dito is VBX2 simply equal to 9.996 minus VAX2. Okay, so pag plugging in the equation 1 niya, from equation 1, 60.192 equal to negative 40 multiplied by VAX2, okay, plus 30 multiplied by VBX2. Ang VBX2 natin is 9.996 minus VAX2. Okay, subukan natin 60.192 plus negative 40 x plus 30, 9.996 minus x is 3.43. Sabihin natin 3.42, 3.43. So, VAX 2 natin is equal to VAX na rin since along the horizontal siya is equal to 3.43 FPS. So, ayan yun yung ma-extract mo na answer dyan. So, this is for our antay dito. Ito ngayon yung para sa ating unang answer. Okay, the velocity of 40-pound ball. Now guys, ang isa pa nating dito, okay, ang isa pa nating hinahanap dito is the velocity of the ball of a 30-pound ball. Okay, the velocity of the 30-pound ball natin. Ngayon, kung titingnan mong mabuti, okay, the VB2x natin, okay, the VB2x, mahanap ba natin yan? Saan? Saan natin mahahanap yan? Mahahanap ba natin? I think sa equation 1 din. Or pwede din sa equation 2. Okay? Ngayon, from equation 2, tingnan nyo, from equation, laki. Ngayon, from equation 2, okay, ngayon from equation 2, okay, mahahanap na natin yung VBX2. Pwede. Kasi meron tayong VBX2 is equal to 9.996 minus VAX2. Ngayon, mahanap natin yan for VBX2 is simply equal to 9.996 minus the VAX2 which is 3.43. Mahanap ba natin yung VBX2? Okay, for VBX2, simply 9.996 minus 3.43 equal to 6.57. 6.57 FPS. By the way guys, since nasa tayo, okay, yung VB mo is not equal to VBX2. Okay, for VB2. And yung VB2 mo is not equal to VBY2 as well. Ngayon, ano yung equal nan? Ang VB2 mo is simply equal to the square root ng VBX square plus VBY2 square. O, yan yung VB2 mo. Ngayon, ano yung VBY? Ano yung VBY natin? Okay? Nagkakaintindihan ba tayo guys? Ngayon, ano ngayon yung magiging VBY natin? Kung mapansin mo, wala tayong impact, wala tayong impulse along the y-axis. Kasi, magkakaroon ka lang kasi ng impulse guys kapag meron kang change, meron dalawang force na nagbangga in the same direction. However, mapapansin mo that, okay, na parang force, doon muna tayo sa may along x-axis. Kaya nagkaroon yan guys ng impulse kasi nga, yung force mo dito, wait lang. Yung force mo o yung velocity mo dyan, may force ka rin dyan kasi may weight, may mass ka. Okay? Is naka-counter siya nito. Ito, red na yan. Okay? However guys, along the y-axis, walang kuma-counter sa kanya na na movement na to kasi nga along the x-axis lang yung movement ng A natin. Ibig sabihin, wala siyang mai-induce na energy towards the y-axis. Kung ganun pala, we can say that yung VBY mo, okay, that your VBY mo is equal also to your VBY2. Yung VBY2 mo is VB2 mo is equal to is equal to VB1 mo, which is ang VB1 mo is equal to VB1Y mo is equal to 5 FPS. Ito 'yon. 'Di ba? Tama. Ibig sabihin lang nun kung ano yung velocity mo, dahil nga wala namang nag-counter sa'yo na force along that axis, or wala namang nag-counter na velocity along that axis, kung ano yung velocity mo at nung una, siya rin yung magiging velocity mo nung pangalawa. Okay, ibig sabihin, ayan na yun. Now, wala siyang impulse along the y-axis. Kung ganun, pwede ko bang sabihin that your VB2 is simply equal to the square root ng 5 square, tama, ng VBY square, plus ng 6.57, which is your VBX2 square. Okay, so VB2 mo is simply equal to 5 square plus 6.57 square, makukuha natin is 8.25 FPS. 8.25 FPS. Tama? O, yan ngayon yung magiging answer natin for the velocity of mass 2 along the Okay? And now guys, may isa pa tayong hinahanap, the angle. Okay, yung theta 2. Yung theta 2 mo, by the way, is hindi nga kasi equal yung 30-degree angle mo after the impulse and after undergoing the restitution, magbabago yan. Ibig sabihin, yung theta mo is simply equal, kailangan mo mag-base sa inverse tangent ng ng VB2y, okay, over the VB2x. Okay? Simply, your angle is equal to inverse tangent ng 5, tama, ng 5 over 6.57. Okay, for your angle, this is equal to the inverse tangent of 5 over 6.57. Makukuha mo, isang angle mo is 37.27 degrees. Okay, yun yung angle mo dyan. Okay, so yan yung answer natin for our problem number 2. Okay, for the last sample problem for impact, so we have the bag A. Okay, the bag A. Okay, this one, ito yung bag. Okay, the bag A weighing, ang pangit. So basahin yung, this is the bag A. Okay. Okay, ba't nagiging ganun? So this is the bag A. Hindi nangyari. Ayan, basta yung bag A, having a weight of 6 pound. Okay, having a weight of 6 pound daw, is released from rest at a position theta is equal to 0 degree. Ibig sabihin, initially, andito siya. Diba, ang theta natin kapag along the axis, 0 degrees yung mga yan. Along the x-axis, the positive x-axis. Yung initial niya is equal to 0 degrees. As shown, after falling to 90 degrees. Ano ba yun? Ito guys, yung theta na tinutukoy natin dito is yung is yung angle ng path niya from initial to final. And sabi, yun daw final natin is eto, 90 degrees. Sabihin, at your final position, tatama dito yung ball A mo. This is your A. I-red ko lang. Okay, this is your A. Okay, this is your A. Ayan. And then yung ball A mo. Wait lang. And then, this is your initial position. And then, ang theta mo dito is basically 90 degrees. Okay? Ibig sabihin yan yung final position mo. It strikes an 18-pound box. Ibig sabihin, 18 pound yung mass nung box mo. This is 18 pounds. Okay, this is 18 pounds. And this is 6 pound. Yes, this is 6 pound. Okay? Okay? If the coefficient of restitution E and the box is equal, okay, to 0.5, okay, determine the velocities of the bag and the box after the impact. Ibig sabihin, the VB2 and the VA2, yun ang hinahanap sa atin. And again guys, kung titingnan nyo mabuti, okay, this is a central impact. Bakit? Kasi, kung titingnan mo, if this is your box, okay, and this is your bag ngayon, okay, this is your bag, ayun yung bag natin ngayon. Kung titingnan mo at i-drawing natin yung line of impact niya, okay, this is your line of impact niya, tama. Mapapansin mo guys na bago siya tumama, okay, may initial velocity siya bago sila makapagsalpukan, which is maglalay lang dito. Maglalay lang dyan. So this is, sasabihin natin, paano ko ba siya i-denote? Sabihin natin this is your A and then your box mo is B. Okay? Ibig sabihin, yung VB1 mo dito, initially at rest yan, wala kang nakalagay dyan. Okay? Yung VB1 mo is simply equal to 0. And then yung VA1 mo, okay, is equal to, ano ngayon? Ano ngayon yung mangyayari dyan? Ang tendency kasi yan, after nila magsalpok, di ba, magbabounce to papunta doon at taka magbabounce yun papunta doon. Okay? Ibig sabihin, after ng impact, tuturit na yun sila kabilaan. yung A sigurado pupunta yan pa right, which is ang mangyayari dyan, hanahanap sa atin yung VA2 at saka yung VB2. Okay? Ayun ngayon yung hinahanap sa atin. Ngayon, ang dami nating kulang. Pero guys, mahanap natin ito. Mahanap natin yung VA1 natin in what concept? Okay? I-apply natin guys yung concept ng or principle ng ng conservation of forces and energy. Okay? So, ito muna yung una nating hahanapin. Okay? For that, okay, in that case guys, let's have a solution. Okay? Para sa solution natin, okay, mag-establish muna tayo ng mga coordinates. Okay? Establish muna natin. Manggagaling kasi yung ball natin at this instant. Tama? Ang gagaling yung ball natin at this instant. And tatama siya dito sa may box natin. Tatama siya dito sa box natin. Okay, wait lang. Tama siya dito sa box natin. Okay. Ayan ngayon yung magiging final position ng A natin. Tama? Ang track ng bola natin yan, di ba? Pag ganito. Okay. And di ba nga guys, regardless of the okay, hindi ba ang potential energy natin due to gravity is based only on the vertical displacement regardless sa path na tinake niya. Those are conservative forces. Yun i-discuss natin face to face. So, ibig sabihin, if ang radius natin dito is 3 feet, okay, if ang radius natin dyan is 3 feet, yung 3 feet na yan is constant along its length, mula sa taas hanggang pagbaba niya, 3 feet yan. Okay? 3 feet pa rin to. Okay? Nagkakaintindihan ba? Kasi kung mapansin mo, ito yan 3 feet ka dito, tama? 3 feet ka dyan, 3 feet ka rin dito. Kasi nga, yung radius mo, yung rope mo na yan is constant at any point. Hindi yan magi-stretch o hindi yan magko-compress. Especially magko-compress, hindi yan magko-compress kasi rope yan. Anyway, so yun na-establish na natin. Ngayon guys, kung titingnan mo, di ba influence tayo dito that this is your 6 pound. Okay, this is your 6 pound. Tama? And then, also, hindi naman siya nagbago. This is your 6 pound. And by the way, isang kinukuha natin ng solution, na velocity is the velocity right before siya tumama dito. Ibig sabihin, yung initial velocity niya. Kung ano yung velocity ng ball mo along this path, okay? Anong velocity ng ball mo along that path, yan din kasi yun. Wait lang. Okay? Siya din kasi yun. This will be your this will be your what do you call this? This is your VA1. Okay? The velocity niya bago siya tumama. Okay? Bago siya tumama, doon sa may box is yun ngayon yung initial velocity na i-consider natin dito sa ating equation ng impact. Tama? Kasi wala naman tayo ibang pagkukunan dyan So, kailangan nating makuha ano ba yung velocity nung bag na yan. Ngayon, if we're going to apply the work or the principle of work and energy or the conservation of forces, hindi ba pwede natin siyang sabihin that TO plus VO, tama? Is equal to T1 plus V1. Okay? Ano ba yung TO muna? Okay, ano yung TO? Okay, for TO, di ba basically this is kinetic energy or T is our kinetic energy or 1/2 mv square. Tama? Is that 1/2 mv square? Yes. Okay, that's 1/2 mv square. And for V naman, this is potential energy. Bakit potential energy? Ang potential energy natin is the energy, wait lang. Yung potential energy natin is the energy na nakikreate base sa height ng object. Okay? Ibig sabihin, this is weight, okay, multiplied by the distance y. And by the way guys, kung saan tayo nagsimula, nandun yung datum natin. Okay? This is datum. Di ba kailangan natin mag-establish ang datum? Because if yung object mo, kapag nasa baba ng datum, ang distance niya, ang y niya is negative. Kapag nasa taas, positive yung y mo. So, di ba yun yung na-discuss natin? Or i-discuss ko pala. Kasi, so yung timeline natin medyo nagkakagulo. Anyway, ayun nga, basta yun yung madi-discuss natin na concept. yung sa may working energy. Now guys, if you're going to, eto ngayon yung magiging initial natin. Kasi dito ka galing, di ba? Ibig sabihin, andyan ngayon yung YO mo, andito ngayon yung Y mo. Okay, or your Y1. Okay, sabihin natin, this is the initial, this is the final. And then, your V mo naman, ay yung velocity mo naman, initially. Okay? Initially, guys, yung velocity mo, dito, this will be your VO, at dito naman yung V1. And by the way, yung VA1 natin dyan is simply equal to V1. Okay? Nagkakaintindihan? Or the initial velocity ng object natin. Now guys, okay, ang gawin siguro natin, para since kailangan natin ng mass pala dito, i-convert na natin yung mass natin. Okay? For mass ng A, or mass ng bag natin is simply equal to 6 over 32.2. Tama? 6 pound over 32.2, and then for the mass ng B is simply, ilan na ngayon? 18 pound over 32.2. So if ganyan, makukuha na ba natin yan? 6 divided by 32.2 is equal to 0.1863, o sabihin natin 0.186. 0.186 is logs. At para naman dito sa R natin is 18 over 32.2 is equal to 0.559 slugs. So, 0.559 slugs. Okay? Now, guys, pwede na ba nating i-plug in yung values natin? So, siguro isulat ko muna yung formula. Ngayon, ganito. 1/2 M ng A. Kasi M ng A yung kino-consider natin. Mass ng bag. Okay? Mass ng bag, MA, okay? Multiplied by the VO square. Okay, formula muna, no? Plus, yung weight ng bag multiplied by the initial distance or initial distance from the datum ng ating bag equal to the final position. The T1 is 1/2 mass ng A multiplied by V1 square plus yun namang weight natin ng bag multiplied by the final distance after niyang mag-travel from the point A to point B, from at rest, bago siya sumalpok doon. Okay, so plugging in the values, so we have 1/2, tingnan nyo 1/2, ang mass ng A natin is 0.186, okay, 0.186, ang V square natin, dito siya nanggaling, ibig sabihin, kapag at rest, yung initial velocity mo is 0, so 0 square, plus yung weight natin, is basically the weight ng bag natin, okay, which is equal to 6 pound, tama? Multiplied by, saan ba siya galing? Ang initial position natin for bag natin is dito siya nanggaling at rest. Therefore, 0. Equal to 1/2. Ang naman natin, ang final position naman natin, ang mass ng A natin is simply equal to same lang din, which is 0.186, and then ang final velocity natin is the V1 square. Okay? And but by the way guys, bakit ba yun lagi nagamit natin? Bakit mass ng A? Kasi ang kinukunan natin ng velocity is by the principle of conservation of mass is eto lang, yung ball. Huwag nyo consider yung box. Kailangan lang natin kasi velocity ng ball bago siya tumama sa box. Okay? Plus, yung weight natin, which is 6 pound, multiply kung ilan ngayon yung distance niya. And by the way guys, ang potential energy is only, okay, by the displacement along the vertical position. Kasi influence ng gravity yun, di ba? That's the potential energy. Ano ngayon yung distance niya dito? Regardless of the path na tinahak niya, kasi curve yan eh. Baka sabihin nyo, bakit sir hindi curve? Diba, ayan yan. Tatahakin niya ngayon pag ganyan yan. Tama? Tama ba? Regardless of the path, ang mahalaga sa atin dito is the vertical displacement. From initial or from the datum, nasa baba tayo. Ibig sabihin, is it positive or negative? So, negative. Negative 3. Or solving, di ba, cancel out na natin. This will be 0. This is also will be 0. Yung V1 natin is simply equal to 0 equal to 1/2 multiplied by 0.186 x squared plus 6 multiplied by negative 3. Ngayon, makukuha natin that your V1 is simply equal to VA1 din pala. So, okay, VA1 equal to 13.1 feet per second. So, ito guys yung V1 natin. Yan ba hinahanap? Ang sabi sa atin is the velocity of the bag and the box after the collision. Ibig sabihin, after nila magbanggaan, ano ngayon yung velocity nila. Ngayon, pwede naman natin i-apply guys yung principle ng impact. Yung formula natin for impact, that again, ulitin ko ulit, MA is positive or negative V A1, okay, plus MB positive or negative VB1 is equal to MA positive or negative VA2 plus MB positive or negative VB2. Okay, and then for mass guys, i-consider na lang natin to, na-compute natin kanina. For mass ng A is simply equal to 0.186, okay, 0.186 multiplied by positive or negative VA1. Ngayon, kung titingnan mo guys, saan ba siya papunta? O, di ba, may kakakuhan tayo ng magnitude that this is 13.9. Okay, 13.9. Saan siya papunta ngayon? Papunta siya ng left. Therefore, negative 13.9. Okay? Kakaintindihan doon? Plus, the mass ng B natin is 0.559 multiplied by ang VB1 naman natin is simply equal to kung titingnan mo mabuti, initially, wala naman tumutulak sa kanya. 18 pound yan at rest. Tama ba? Sinabi ba na at rest? 18 pound box. Okay? Determine the velocities back just after the impact. Okay, sabi is released from rest at a position. O tama guys, yung box natin hindi siya gumagalaw. Okay? Ibig sabihin, yung initial velocity niya, hindi siya gumagalaw nung una. Siyempre, pagkatama pa lang ng bag, saka pa lang siya gagalaw. Ibig sabihin, this is 0. Equal to M mass ng A natin ulit is 0.186. Ano naman yung VA2? Okay? Ano yung VA2 natin? So, ang VA2 natin is hindi natin alam. So, this is VA2 plus yung mass ng B natin is 0.559. And again, guys, hindi pa natin alam yung VB2. Nakakaintindihan? Now, pwede ba natin i-simplify? Sige, i-simplify na natin. Yung left side, 0.186 multiplied by negative 13.9, okay, plus 0 na to, okay. So, I think yun na lang. Negative 285, as in negative 186 sa negative 13.9, 2.59 na lang siguro. So, equal to 0.186 VA2, okay, plus 0, by the way guys, kung titingnan nyo mabuti pala, saan naman ngayon gagalaw, eto, initially, andito siya at rest, ngayon after the collision, pupunta ngayon dun yun. So, therefore, this will be negative VB2, okay, VB2, okay, ibig sabihin, okay, negative 0.559 VB2. So, this will be our equation 1. Okay? Puron tayo establish ng equation dito. Okay? Ano pa ngayon yan? Mahahanap ka na ba dyan? Wala pa. Pero guys, given nga yung coefficient ng restitution natin, given that the coefficient of restitution is simply equal to 0.5, we can say that E is equal to, okay? Lagi ko sinusulat yung formula para hindi nyo siya kung saan ba galing, VB2, okay, minus positive or negative VA2, and positive or negative VA1 minus positive or negative the VA2. Now guys, yung coefficient of restitution natin is equal to ilan? 0.5. O i-plug in na natin yung mga values. For BB2, since papunta nga siya ng left, we can say, tama ba? Yung velocity ng 2 after niya matamaan ng sandbag, natural, tuturit yan pa kaliwa. Tama? Ibig sabihin, this will be negative VB2. Okay? Now, for BA2 naman, kakanan ngayon yan. Minus positive VA2. Okay? Masyadong malaki yung Okay? Now guys, for the BA1 naman, yung VA1 natin is papunta siya ng kaliwa. Tama? Papunta siya ng kaliwa. Yun yung 13.9. Ibig sabihin, we can say that this is negative 13.9. And then, initially, yung this is VB1 pala, okay. Nakakalito, no? Ang daming letter. So, this is VB1, sorry. Okay, ibig sabihin yung VB1 natin is 0, okay? Ngayon, i-cross-multiply lang siguro natin to, okay, ng negative 13.9, and this will be also negative 13.9. Okay? Ang mangyayari dito, maka-cancel out yan, maka-cancel out to, and then negative 13.9 times 0.5 simply equal to negative 6.95 equal to negative VB2, okay, minus the VA2. And I think, pwede na ba natin i-consider, okay, I think, ilipat natin, represent natin as VB2, okay, lipat nyo to dun sa kabila, okay, ilipat natin to sa papunta doon, ilipat natin to papunta doon sa kabila, okay, and then magiging VB2 equal to, magiging positive ngayon tong 6.95, okay, 6.95 minus the VA2, and then ito na guys yung equation 2 natin, okay. Now, plug equation 2 to equation 1. Okay? Basically, yung equation 1 natin is negative 2.59 equal to 0.186 VA2. Okay? Minus 0.559 VB2. At ang VB2 natin is plug in natin dito. Okay? This will be 6.95 minus the VA2. Okay? Ngayon, yung VA2 mo is equal to negative 2.59 equal to 0.186 VA2 minus 0.559 multiplied by 6.95 minus the VA2. So, calculating, we have 1.738. So, ang VA2 natin is 1.738. Ano ba to? Feet per second. Okay? And then, for BB2 naman, simply, ang BB2 natin is simply equal to 6.95. Okay? Minus the VA2. By the way, ang VA2 natin is 1.738. Ang BB2 natin is equal to 6.95 minus 1.738 is 5.211. So, 5.211 feet per second. So, ganun lang. Okay? So, mahalaga lang ma-analyze natin ano bang mga kailangan nating i-apply. Okay? Para mahanap yung mga unknown. So, ito medyo challenging tong part na to kasi hindi ko alam if paano siya i-analyze. I mean, paano ba natin siya mas i-analyze pa. Okay, but again guys, kailangan mula work, power, and energy is talagang covered nyo yung concept so that mapaikot-ikot natin siya na mapapalabas natin yung answer. So, this will be your final example for this topic. Okay?